podcast coming to you live on F1 2016. So we're here again today for race 5 of this season. We are in Catalunya, Circuit de Barcelona. Welcome to Spain, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why this... Okay. Whatever. So this is race 5. We have gone ahead and done our chassis weight and downforce. It's going to put us right behind McLaren. Yes, okay, so it is going to show it. Here you go. So McLaren increased their downforce, their chassis, and their engine power. So I guess they were already a little bit ahead of us. That's about the only way that makes sense. That their jumps caused that. But either way, Ferrari have increased their downforce and upgraded their engine. And Mercedes have increased their downforce and reduced drag. So as you can see, Ferrari is a little bit closer now to Mercedes than they were. That is thanks to that engine upgrade. So we'll see how that works out for them. We're going to jump up to right behind McLaren. We're going to hopefully try to have this fuel efficiency, hopefully, after this event. If not, then we'll figure probably on drag for after Monaco. So we'll see. Like I said, we are going to shut it down, though, at Hungary. Once we finish the Hungarian Grand Prix, we're shutting research down, and that will do it for the season. So without further ado, though, here you go, ladies and gentlemen.
What does the Spanish Grand Prix have in store for us today, I wonder? I hope we see some tight wheel-to-wheel action down the main straight, circa Mansell and Senna way back in '91, or maybe we'll have a more strategic race here on a track where overtaking can be difficult. It's a sellout crowd of 140,000 here today as we await lights out for the 730-metre sprint down to turn 1 of this 2.9-mile racetrack. Overtaking is challenging through these 16 corners, but there's still a lot of high-speed excitement to be found, including the flat-out turn 3 and the terrifying blind right of turn 9. Anthony Davidson is here with me today. Together we'll be taking you through all the action of this Spanish Grand Prix. It can be hard for the cars to follow each other closely here due to the dirty air coming off the car in front, so perhaps we're looking at a more strategic Grand Prix, Ant. What do you think on that?
I'm not too sure about that, Crofty. I mean, yes, as you say, it's hard to follow around here, but if you're brave on the brakes, you can get the job done down into turn 1, which is a medium-speed corner, so you have to be committed. And looking down at this grid today, I think we're going to see 1 or 2 drivers making a move from a long way back, maybe try to force their opponent into a mistake. I don't think this is a race that's going to be purely decided in the pit stops.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so the pack will be bunched up. Take care.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Rosberg, Ricciardo, Sebastian Vettel, and Verstappen, Alonso, Bottas, Hülkenberg, and a Haas, Button, Grosjean, Carlos Sainz, and Perez, Kvyat, Magnussen, Jolyon Palmer and Felipe Massa, Haryanto and Wehrlein, Marcus Ericsson, and Felipe Nasser starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So I assume you'd probably ask why I didn't get a time down for Q3, and it was simply because I waited too long, and by the time I finally decided to go out on track on soft tires, it was raining. And it didn't result in anything that would have been worthy, so I just said screw it. So let's see if we can't. Okay. Whoop. Alright, so I guess that's the strategy we're going to go with. I don't really have a choice, apparently. So, here we go, guys. Formation lap time.
Clutch bite is good, gearbox is responding normally. Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap. The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights. officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available. Strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one? Understood, copy that. Should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather. Alonso is in the pit lane. Your pit window is now open. Okay, we can take you this lap. Switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A? Go now. Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left. is 15.2 seconds. Okay, at this rate we'll finish with a little extra fuel, so you have some in hand to run a faster engine mode for a bit. Just crossed into the pits. He's in the pits. tyres to remain dry for a while. We will update you if the outlook changes. There's a fair amount of damage to the front wing. We suggest you come in as soon as possible, rather than risk it getting worse. We think there's a viable strategy change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan, or try the new one? That looked bad. Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
Brilliant stuff from Mercedes today. That's another historic win. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Let's give it to Sergio Perez. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, good work from Force India this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
So, I hate this track. I just want to say that real quick. Absolutely, totally despise it, and I may or may not have taken somebody out on purpose. Not gonna lie from that, but hey, we'll move on to Monaco, and hopefully everything will get better. That's kind of the hope, obviously. Ooh, hold on.
You'll like this. I just got out of a meeting with the boss and, well, congratulations. You've done a great job. Here.
All right. Yes, we are the first driver now, so we'll get some extra bonus points. And as you can see, like I said, here we go, chassis weight and downforce. Let's go ahead and advance to next weekend. Let's see where we're going to be at in the standings on the R&D performance.
Hi. I've got something you'll be interested in. Those performance upgrades we discussed after the last race. They're on the car and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.
All right. Here we are in the Principality. All right, so we're down 5 kilos. And our downforce is up 1.8%. So let's take a look at where we now sit. Manor have increased and Red Bull have increased or put on some new upgrades. So look at Manor jumping Renault and Red Bull jumps Ferrari. And here we are, just as I thought, just shy of McLaren, Honda, and Williams. So one more jump, and we should be able to jump both of them. So that's going to do it for us here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining.